Today, we are going to learn about Canvas course settings. I'm going to click on one of my courses, and to get started, I'm going to click the settings link in course navigation. You can view and change details about your course on the Course Details tab, such as the image, the name, the course code, the time zone, what sub-account it belongs to, the default term, the start and end dates for your course, and some of these settings as well. You can also change, or excuse me, you can't change, but you can ask to have more file storage added. You can enable a course grading scheme depending on what you have in mind. So you can set the course grading scheme to what you'd like it to be. You can also choose whether your course is in the public domain or is copyrighted. If you use any materials that USD 383 provides that are copyrighted, make sure that it's a copyrighted course and that your course is visible only by either the course or the institution, so people at USD 383, and not visible to the public unless they've logged in. You can also customize this visibility, customize your syllabus to be visible by the course or the institution. And then you can include this in the public course index, which I do not recommend. You can set the format for your course as well and click use a course description here. For more options, under here you can decide some of the things that you'd like to have happen. So recent announcements on the homepage and those kinds of things. You can also decide who can create, rename, and edit course pages by default. And so typically we have that to be only teachers, although sometimes you may have students working on something and you want them to be able to do that. You can do that on a page-by-page basis as well. After you have changed things to the way you like, go ahead and update course details. A couple of words of caution. With the name, please don't change the course code. Please don't change the SSID. Those are set by Infinite Campus. If you create your own course, which is what this is, then you can do whatever you'd like. The default term also will be set to whatever Infinite Campus sets it to. So if you need something other than that, just contact an administrator. Myself, Lucas Loftmiller, or Todd Bryant. Now, we're going to look at the Sections tab. When we see the Sections tab, we can see the sections that we have. We can edit our sections and change the names of our sections. We can remove the sections as long as they don't have any users, but once they have users, we can no longer delete the sections. We can add a new section, and create a section to add students to. We can click on the section to find out who is enrolled in this section. We can also click the edit section here to change the start and end dates of that section. We can cross-list this section and we can go back to course settings, which we're going to do. We'll learn about cross-listing course sections in the very next video that hopefully you'll get to see today. On the navigation screen, this is where we can reorder the items that we see in our course navigation over here. We can move them around over here. So if there's something I want in a particular order, I just move it to where I want it. I want my modules first. I just move my modules there. If I want something not available to my students, let's say I don't need them to involve in collaborations, I click disable and that moves it down into my disabled, so they're hidden from the students. They don't even know they exist. If I'm happy with that, I click save. And you'll notice over here now modules is first and collaborations is grayed out, meaning my students can't do anything with it. I can, but they can't. So I'm going to go back down to settings. And then I'm going to click over to apps. Now this is where I can install apps that work really well with Canvas, learn about more apps that work really well with Canvas, and modify existing apps in my course. So let's say I wanted to add an app to my course. First, I want to see what's installed. I'm going to click on Installed. I have Dropbox, Google Apps, Office 365, YouTube, Twitter, and Pearson MyLab Mastering. Things that are not installed are here. I know that College Board actually does a pretty good job with some of the AP stuff and prep stuff here. So I'm going to click on College Board. Let's see what it's going to give me access to. Oh, just SAT and AP exams. So I'm going to add that app to my course. I don't need any additional information to do that. It's free for me to add it. Some are not. So if I wanted to go ahead and add something like Discovery Ed, I'm going to need a code for that. Our district doesn't pay for that, so we don't have these codes, unfortunately. So if that happens, if there's something you want, let Luke Slothmiller or Todd Bryant know that you want it. If enough people want something, that may be something they look at purchasing in the future. Okay, so that's basically apps. And you can also look at other apps that are available by clicking this little guy here. It'll take you to the Edu app web page. And there you can learn about more apps that would be available. Again, if it's something that you would like to have installed, simply let Todd Bryant, Lucas Lothmiller know about that. I don't have any control over that, so I can't help you there. And then we go to our feature options. Feature options, this is where we can turn on the Learning Mastery Gradebook, turn on the Student Learning Mastery Gradebook. So if you're interested in having those available, you just click those on, and then you can do anonymous instructor annotations, and any of these events go right under here. So if I want quiz log auditing, that is in beta, so we're still not sure exactly if that will be available, but right now it looks good. So on the right-hand side, which is the sidebar, you'll notice you have a lot of other options. So you can do things here like share to Commons, student view, course statistics. Course statistics is kind of neat because you can see how many assignments you have, students that have logged in recently, and how much file storage you have left. And I can conclude this course. Now, the only time we want you to conclude a course is if it's a course that you created yourself and not a course that was installed by Infinite Campus. But same thing with delete this course. Please do not try to delete any courses that were installed by Infinite Campus. They will go away forever and ever and ever. You can copy this course into another course. You can import course content, export course content, reset course content. Again, if you do this, it will delete everything in your course. Please don't do that. We cannot recover that if you do that. And then a really neat tool here is to validate the links in content. So this is going to look at everything that you have, and it's going to look for broken links. So you can start the link validation, and it will tell you if there are any links there so that are broken. A really helpful tool. Now that basically is it for our settings, our feature options, all of those great things. I want to take a couple of minutes to talk to you about cross-listing your courses. So I'm going to do that in the very next video, so it's easier to find in the future. If you need anything, as always, you can contact me at lisaj@usd383.org, or you can visit the Canvas community at community.canvaslms.com or engage with guides.canvaslms.com. Thank you so much.